and what we're going to do is do this, run it along, and pump it into there, and then this is going to connect up and slowly increase the power. There we go, so this is powered. Now if I rotate these around with my handy little wrench, which is, well, screwdriver, we want the little, this facing this way. So basically it's going to pull items out and push them straight across. Do the same here, so which way is it round on this? I can't really tell on that. I think it's that way. Now, so I think that's the right way, yeah. So, these are all the way around. What the retriever does, it basically looks down this pipeline and goes, okay, what's in these three inventories? And it goes, okay, there is scrap in the bottom. Or scrap in the front, okay. And it'll basically pull the items out for you all the way down the line and automatically push them across and put them straight into this mass fab. Now, I'm using this retriever in a weird kind of sense because the whole idea for the retriever is just to basically pull items this way. So it'll pull them across and basically you can eject them straight into a sorting system if you've got and have the scrap automatically sorted. But I'm just basically saying, okay, pull this scrap out and feed it into the bottom of this mass fab. That's all I'm going to do. Now, the next part of this is to wire all this up and make this room look nice. So we need to actually hook these up here behind here with IC2 power. So this is going to be interesting enough. If I can actually up. Let me up. So these need to connect to IC2 power. And then, I'm just going to get really stuck out. And then the mass fab also needs to be hooked up. Now what I'm going to do with the mass fab is I'm going to have it hooked up behind here with a MFE. Now the reason for that is I want to be able to switch this on and off at will. I don't want to be having to mess around with it basically. So we can hook this up with the MFE, boom, and then put a lever on the front and then basically tell it, okay, that's what the redstone button up here for. If I flick this switch, it's basically going to say, okay, do not output any power. So I'm going to leave that down like that. And then what I'm going to do now is find out where all my power cables are and hook these up to the MFE and the back of here as well. So I'll be back when I've done this and tidied the room up. Right, so I believe we're ready now. I've got a few more items, so we're going to put a restriction tube down on this one here. And then we're going to paint this magenta. Now what this is going to do is basically go, okay, you keep filling up these chests up top of here. I've made a complete mess, don't worry about this, I'll clear most of it up. Just had to figure out where everything was. And it's going to keep filling up those chests in my little sorted room up there until it's got nowhere else to go, and then it will actually send them down towards this path here. Now I just need to put a tube and hook this tube up. Hopefully no item should go down. Oh no. No, what are you doing? You shouldn't be going down there straight away. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. You should not send any items down towards access restricted. For some reason it's sending them down anyway. Maybe if I do that, it might just do it that way. No, it's sending the item down now. Give over. Oh, man. It's going to clog all this system up. Gravel. Yeah, typical. Okay, we're going to have to do a different kind of system here. Because it's not supposed to do that. Okay. Right, I'm just going to finish doing these other bits and I'll come back to that. So, we want to just hook these up while we power. So, as you can tell, I've been digging a massive hole and creating a real lot of mess. Now what's going to happen here is this is going to go across the roof and tap into the supply over here. Boom. And what should happen? These generators should turn on now and start producing power, and then over here these MFE and the recyclers should all be getting power. So let's check. So that's getting power, and the recyclers have got power. So luckily enough now all these have power, and this can turn on and off. Basically the mass fab automatically runs as soon as it gets power, but because I've got it turned off it's not working. But if I switch it, it's going to start running, so you'll see this percent change to 1 and then 2. There we go. But I don't want it to run, I want it to just be off for now. Why is this doing this then, I wonder? Okay, so it wants you to... I'm going to have to cover them all up at some point. I don't want these all running. It shouldn't be sending items down, but I think I might have to call these a different colour to what I've got there. So let me come back in a second and I will figure this out. Right, so I'm back. I think I've figured this out. So restriction tube again, and we're going to call this blue. So no items, don't you dare come down this way. You're not allowed. You're not blue. Yeah, you go. It's cobble. It's not too bad. So, what we want to do now is, now that's covered blue, we want to put cobblestone, actually, take it out of this one. Probably dirt as well. Move these up. We probably want the rest to just automatically keep going there, but those two we don't. So then we want to put the dirt and the cobble into this one. And then basically what it is going to label it blue and then send it down this path, and then send it along and down this way and to the top of these machines. Now these machines are running. It will, I think there's a 1 in 8 chance it will create scrap, so all these cobble will come down now, automatically deposit into here, and we should start randomly getting scrap. Now this is not running at the moment, this retriever, because it actually needs a redstone signal. This is what the timer comes in handy for. So if I put a timer in here, and you can stick it on the wall, doesn't really matter, it can go upside down, and put a redstone. We actually need to rotate around a bit. Boom, I think that should work now. There we go. Basically what it's going to do now is send a redstone pulse, and every time it pulses it's going to pull a whatever's in the available inventory is out. Now we want to put this down to 5 seconds, just for the fact of we don't want it pulsing all the time, because we don't actually have that much scrap running at the moment. And for whatever reason it stopped working, so it must be night time. So let's just do this again. Go to sleep because I think my quarry is obviously run out of power. Right, and now what should happen is it should be running again. Okay, so it's going to be sending across, going okay, I don't know what to send it, I'll put it white, and this one knows what to do with it. So it's going to send cobble and dirt down. It's going to go, okay, I'm going to send it down, run it along, and these are going to slowly fill up and keep running. Now the only problem is when these relays get full up and the recyclers can't cope, is it's going to cause a backlog, unfortunately, but I have to do a bit more changing around for that. But what I'm going to do now is I just need to sort out this floor. So let's grab some materials, and we should be almost sorted now. Get some stone. Don't need you, don't need you. We actually need the bag though, so let's grab the bag because there's an item in there I actually want, and that is that. And boom. Panels. Plenty of you, and boom. So now we got some of the plates. So now I can cover the floor up. And we still got some stone spare, so boom, 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 boom. Oh, actually no, that's a bit too high. Maybe this one in. We wanted the... yes, it's going to be like that. So this is the floor here. So then we want the covers to go across. Boom, boom. Oh. No, that's going to cut the wire off. Stupid cover. Boom. Again, it's doing the whole... It's getting used to the whole idea of this. So, you don't need to be here. And yeah, this is the floor, so then we just have to sort of cover these back areas up. Well, that's going to be done with brick. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a second. The room is all sorted, and what I'm going to do now is I am grabbing some cobblestone. Now I'm going to grab enough, and I'm just going to feed it back into the sorting system. And what should happen is if I go downstairs, it should automatically all get sent across now down into the pipe area. So here we go. Yep, running along here. And what I've done, I've changed the system up a bit. I've actually put a third relay just to act as that extra buffer. So we've got the 9 slots there, 9 there, and 9 here. Although it's not doing what it should be doing, now it's spreading them out. That's probably why I don't want that buffer there then. I know it seems to spread them out equally. Maybe we'll have to actually do it that other way then, so... Okay, I changed it up because I wanted the middle one to have a buffer as well, but it doesn't seem to want to work when you do it like that, so... A bit of a shame. Stick all those back in, and watch them go to work. This should work a lot better. So the middle ones and the right ones, middle one should fill up quickly, and then the right and left should fill up after that. And there we go, so we've got plenty of scrap. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this running, and we're going to get loads and loads of UV matter, and then we're going to basically go and make this UV matter into iridium, and then start making on the quantum armor, because I want to make that. You know, obviously because it requires some iridium plates and advanced circuits and, you know, loads of iridium ore. So we've got to figure how many plates we need. There's 6 there, 8, I think it's 10 in total. So we're going to have fun making this. A very big build. So I'm going to leave this to run, and when I get enough UV matter, I need to figure out actually how much UV matter I need, but once we get enough, I will be back. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, it's not done yet, we're still waiting on it, but I thought we might as well actually go and check on our little oil well here, because if you may notice, the oil tank is now filled up. It's actually not getting any more, it's draining. We're full up on the fuel, so the refinery has stopped working now. But I want to actually check how this is going on. We may have to change it somewhere else. What we got? So I've got my jetpack, wherever it is. Let's put that on. There we go. And we're just going to have a little jump down and see where we go. Okay, let's we go. Whee! Ooh, well, it's dark. It's very dark. And we're at the bottom. Oh wow, this goes down quite deep. So, let's line up this bad boy and see how we're doing here. Oh, very deep. So, the oil well goes really deep down to this block here. So we're at the level 24, so it's reasonable depth. As you can tell, if I broke that you'd be able to tell, but yeah, you can tell we've come down a long way. You can see the Zycraft ores there shining up. So let's us grab the materials down here. What's available? It's like a little cool way to get straight down. What we got here? More monazite ore. There's not much materials. There's some up there. I need my mining laser, don't I? Get those ones. Where is it? Let's have some fun! So, yeah, reasonable. There's some more bits over there. Oh, okay. So back up we go. There's no more down here now, unfortunately. I thought there might be a bit more ores, but oh well. Top we go. Ooh. And what we can do now is basically destroy this. We don't need this running anymore. So, boom. And we can just take all this back. Use well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all these pipes and, you know, because I'm not going to show you all this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all these pipes back, because I will need them for later on, cover all this back up again, and get this wood back, and a few bits and pieces, and hopefully we'll have enough, by this point, enough iridium ore, to be able to, well, enough UU to make iridium ore, and be able to make some nice iridium plates. So I'll be back in a few minutes. What I'm doing at the moment is I am cooking up some coal dust, which is in each of these, and also compressing down some mixed alloy ingots to get the advanced alloys, because we're going to need plenty of them. I also went and made myself 6 overclockers, which are now down in the recyclers, and these overclockers are quite easy to make. They're coolant cells, electric circuit, and copper cable. The coolant cells is basically tin surrounded by either water cells, capsules, bottles or buckets, and that gets you the coolant cells. So that gets you that. Keep in mind though, when you're actually getting the coolant cells, they don't stack. So yeah, you're going to clog your inventory. I had to make plenty of them. You know, I made 6 of them, and yeah, figure that out. 6 times by 3. I needed like 18 odd cells, and it really caused a bottleneck. So each of these have got some overclock upgrades to basically run quicker. Now, the downside to using an overclock upgrade is they require a bunch more power. And basically, the amount of, you know, they require more power, so they're going to drain a considerable amount more from my other areas. So my geothermal generators are running twice as fast now, probably. I'm not actually exact sure on the math of it, but at least they're running. Oh, we've actually got... Oh yeah, the refineries aren't... Just keeping an eye on the power here. We're doing quite well for power. Because my refineries aren't running anymore, I don't actually need all these magma engines running, so I've turned them all off, and my tank is full. The oil, as you can see, is stopped dropping now. This tank is full of fuel, so that's why it stopped processing it. And yeah, so there we go for that. I actually do need to find another oil well somewhere and transport the stuff across. And yeah, what else? We're still waiting on this. We haven't really got much UU matter, although we have got plenty of scrap now. So let's turn this back on and watch it amplify. Null at 12. Now, I need quite a considerable amount of UU matter to get this iridium ore. I think it's actually, actually we're on the crafting table. I think it's an X shape. Gets you the iridium ore. Could be wrong. There's different recipes, different stuff. You can make loads of different things. So you can make water blocks. You can make cobblestone. You can. There's all these kind of different combinations you can do. You can make vines. You can make bone. But I believe that's iron. That's resin. How do you make iridium ore then? That's a diamond. So 9 UU mana gets you 1 diamond, so that's really expensive. But I'm not sure how UU mana works in the terms of iridium ore, because the NEI, which is this interface here, doesn't actually tell you how to make the iridium ore itself. You've actually got to figure out your sen. Which is fun enough. It's glowstone. You get your cactus there. Diamonds, no. Can I just... Oh, actually, I think I know what it is now. I think yeah, there we go. Iridium ore. So you need, for 1 iridium ore, you need, what, 7 UU matter? And that's for 1 iridium ore. Now, if we actually go back to the quantum armor, We need iridium plates, which each require 4. And we need, how many did I say in total? So 2 there, another 2 there, 4, 8, 10. So we need 10 iridium, so I need 40 iridium basically. So then you do the 40 times by the 7, and well, I get rid of that stupid fraps down there. Well, let me guess, you do the 4 times by 7 and work that out. That's 28, and then you, is it 28? Yeah, 28, and then you do the, so I need 280 UU matter. I need 280 UU matter to actually be able to make this, and this is not even most of the stuff. This is actually just for the iridium ore. I need 280 UU matter, so that is a considerable amount, and I don't have much at the moment. So I may actually have to just keep this running and do other stuff while I wait. So yeah, because that is a lot of UU matter. And these scrap machines need to keep running. So, what I'm going to do is I actually need to make a chest just to stick these in for now. I was going to basically have them automatic sorted back in the sorting system, but I think the best thing to do is just have them put into a chest. So, let's just make a... Oh, I've got plenty of chests somewhere actually. I know I had loads stashed somewhere. There we go. Good chest there. Sit this down. Now, I do have to keep in mind though that like any item, they can only stack up 64 in that machine, so I actually do have to come back now and again to keep putting stuff in, but yeah, let's go from here. So, we're getting plenty of scrap being produced by these recyclers. They've actually nearly run out of cobblestone, so actually what I'm going to do is shove loads of down from the top and just keep putting it down basically. So let's put on these. I've got an entire inventory full, so this is where the fun begins. Just get rid of all this cobble. I really should start from the end chest first, shouldn't I? Never have too much cobble. What I'm probably going to do is cause a backlog, but hey. Yeah, there's the backlog. It's probably going to have to filter off and... Still working, so that's alright. So let's just fill these up some more. Right, should be enough. So that should be... Oh, yeah, my chest is now backlogged. God. Got to keep some slots filled open just for the factory to send them down. So what we're going to do is that. Right, so this should be blocked up. Yeah, it's got all these extra stuff bouncing around the system, so we're actually still waiting for relay to work. He's running flat out, making all the scrap possible. Going like crazy. Amplifying, they should be pulling them out, sucking them in. Scrap there's not going anywhere. There we go, that's the scrap getting pulled down. Why is that not getting pulled down? You know what, do it automatically. Boom, go in the bottom of that. And we're slowly surely getting more. So, I'll be back in a few minutes when I decide what I'm going to do next, because I'm going to need a whole ton of UU matter. What I'm going to be doing, guys, is because it's taken a lot of time and I've gone well over my time limit, I have, like I'm probably just had a look now, I've done I think 54 minutes, so what I'm going to do is split this into 2 parts. And while I'm actually waiting for the UU matter to get all, well, made and processed, till I get enough, what I'm going to do is, next episode we're going to get into, and there's still stuff bouncing around. Oh god. Still, it's clearing some stuff up at least, so it's not too bad. Let's move that back there. There we go. So at least it should still keep pumping out. What I'm going to do is... Look at all this stuff bouncing. This is going to cause me so much lag. Next video, after the 2-parter, we're going to actually go and get into Mistcraft now. There has been a few changes since I've used my Mistcraft last, so if I look kind of a bit stumbled and don't know what I'm doing, like normal, I guess. then that'll be the reason why, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Now, at least these advanced alloys have cooked up, so that's worked out, and the coal dust is cooked up, so we can put these into chests for now. So I'm just going to put these over here, put these into here, and we're going to grab some more coal, because we've got plenty of it, and have it macerated down while I'm off camera and blah blah blah. Yeah, get into Mistcraft because stuff has changed from what I'm used to, and I'll explain what the difference is between the version I was using and the version I'm using now, because there's been a few updates since I last used Mistcraft properly, and the whole never book thing. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, next episode. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Subscribe, rate, tell me what you think, and until then guys, catch you later. Bye.